Hey everyone, and welcome. I have such an amazing story for you today. It's from a long, long time ago, and it's all about a super proud king, a really kind boy, and a mountain that gets lifted into the air. You're not going to believe it, so let's get started. Okay, before we dive in, think about this for a second. Have you ever seen somebody get super mad over something that seemed kind of small? You know, like a friend who gets all upset because they weren't picked first for a team. Or maybe you've even felt that big, puffy, grumpy feeling yourself. Well, our story today is all about a huge feeling like that. It's called pride, and we're going to see what happens when it gets way, way out of control. All right, so let's set the stage. Our story begins with a king with some seriously mighty pride. So we've got two main people in our story. First, on one side, you have Indra. And get this, he's the king of heaven. He's incredibly powerful, he's famous, and he's the one in charge of all the rain and the storms. A pretty big deal, right? But then, on the other side, we have Krishna. Now, he's just a simple cowherd boy, but he is so loved by everyone. All the people, all the animals, they think he's the absolute best because he's just so kind. So here's where the trouble starts. The local villagers, right? They decided to have this big, wonderful celebration. But instead of celebrating King Indra, they decided to celebrate their friend, Krishna, and this amazing hill called Govardhana Hill, which they felt gave them everything they needed. Well, when King Indra found out, oh boy, he felt totally ignored. His pride got super hurt, and he didn't just get a little mad, he got furious.
And Indra thought to himself, oh, I'm going to teach them a lesson they'll never forget. So he used all his power and sent down the most terrible storm you can imagine. We're talking giant, massive raindrops like logs falling from the sky and winds that howled and were so fierce, he was going to show them who was boss.
So you can imagine, everyone was terrified. It looked like this storm was going to completely wash away their village. But what that big, proud king didn't count on was just how special that young boy really was.
Then, Krishna did something absolutely incredible. I mean, something nobody could have ever expected. He just calmly walked up to this enormous mountain, Govardhana Hill, and lifted the whole thing up with just his little finger. Seriously, he held it up in the air just like a giant umbrella. Can you even picture that?
And so everyone, all the people, all their cows, every single animal, they all ran and huddled together right underneath that mountain, and they were totally safe. While Indra's huge, angry storm was crashing and booming all around them, they were cozy and dry, and they stayed like that for 7 whole days. Well, after 7 days of that, Indra's storm finally ran out of steam. He looked down from up in the heavens, saw that everyone was fine, and his jaw just dropped. He knew, in that moment, that he had made a very, very big mistake.
And he felt so ashamed. I mean, completely embarrassed. So he flew down from his sky kingdom, walked right up to this little boy, Krishna, and bowed all the way down, touching his fancy king's helmet to Krishna's feet. He was just so sorry for how his pride had made him behave.
And in that moment, Indra realized something huge. He saw that Krishna wasn't just some kid, he was a teacher. And here's our first cool Sanskrit story word. A great wise teacher is called a guru. Let's try it. Ready? Guru. One more time. Guru. Awesome. You got it.
So, using that new word, Indra said to Krishna, "You are the guru of the whole universe. You can even teach a lesson to proud people like me." He finally got it. Krishna wasn't just a boy. He was Indra's teacher, his guru.
And he just poured his heart out. He said, please, please forgive me. All that power I have as a king, it just went to my head. I became so unkind. He really hoped he would never, ever let his heart get that way again.
So, the big question is, what did Krishna do? I mean, this king just tried to destroy his village. Would Krishna be angry? Let's see how this amazing guru chose to handle it. Nope, he wasn't angry at all. Krishna just smiled. And he told Indra, look, the only reason I stopped your big celebration was actually to help you. I did it so you wouldn't be so blinded by your own pride. Wow. So it wasn't about punishment.
It was about helping him see clearly again.
And just like that, Krishna forgave him. Totally. He said, okay, now go back and be the king. But do your job with kindness this time and without all that false pride. What an amazing lesson.
Phew! Okay, the scary part is over. Now for the really fun part. It's time for another celebration, but this time, everyone knew exactly who the real hero was.
And then, guess who showed up? Mother Sarabi. She's the mother of all the cows, and she is so loving. And she came right up and said that Krishna, the one who kept them all safe, should be their real king. He should be their true Indra.
And because of this, they decided to give Krishna a brand new, very special name. And here's our next Sanskrit word. The name is Govinda. Let's say that one. It's got 3 parts. Go, Vin, Da. Awesome. And it has the most beautiful meaning. It means the one who makes the cows, the land, and the whole world happy.
So, to make it official, they had this amazing coronation for him. Mother Surabi bathed him with her special, wonderful milk. And you know who helped? Indra, the king he had just taught a lesson to. Indra brought down magical water from the sky. And from that day forward, Krishna was also known by his new name, Govinda.
And the second he was named Govinda, the whole world just burst with happiness. It was like magic. The cows were so happy they gave enough milk to soak the ground. The river started flowing with yummy things to drink. Trees started dripping with sweet honey. Jewels literally popped up out of the mountains, and even animals that were normally fierce and scary became totally friendly with everyone. It was like the whole world was celebrating his kindness.
And so that's our story. It really makes you think, doesn't it? What does it actually mean to be strong? Is it the person who can make a huge storm because his feelings got hurt? Or is it the person who can protect everyone with his kindness? This story shows us that real, true strength isn't about being loud or powerful or proud. It's about being kind, being humble, and being able to forgive. Thanks so much for listening today.